We have an awesome show for you guys today.
The greatest eventer of all time.
Good news for the sport.
Welcome to the John and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. We are here in the Horse Trailer Pro studio. We have a great show. We got Mr. Leslie Law here. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And we're going to do a breakdown of the Defender Kentucky 3-day event. We're just going to check in with our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
This is going to be fun.
I hope so.
Want to advertise on the John and Rick Show? Contact John at 352-875-8622.
Or call Rick at 850-879-2649.
For a horse owner on the road, your trailer is essential. No one enjoys being stuck on the road. At Horse Trailer Pros, we repair, renovate, and maintain all makes and models of horse trailers. We work directly with your insurance company or manufacturer for warranty repairs and insurance claims. Our state-of-the-art facility provides quick turnaround and friendly customer service. Considering a living quarter conversion? We do those too. Find comfort on the road with Horse Trailer Pros. Call or text 352-804-2131. HorseTrailerPros.com.
Welcome back to the John and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. John, Leslie, we are in the Horse Trailer Pro studio. It's an exciting show. Welcome, Leslie Law, gold medalist.
Thank you.
Coach du jour.
Yeah, we do.
Time will tell.
we do need to briefly talk about that.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
it
You
before
seems
didn't
we
tell
wrong-
me about this bit.
I know. Well, it
You
seems
told me I
wrong-
had to do this.
I know, but it seems wrong to have you on and not at least say congratulations and thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for doing
I
it.
think it's a big job, man.
Yeah, it's a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got started. We've been going around the events, catching up with all the riders, doing different things, and Karen's finally getting here for Kentucky.
Right, and what's her position again?
Performance advisor.
Performance
I think it is.
advisor. Okay.
I forget all these positions.
I know. So do I. I had to
They're
ask
just
you what your
titles.
official-
I think that
So your title again is?
I don't know. They're titles.
We just said coach.
I think
du jour.
they give it's some.
You're
some-
English. English are very into titles.
So it's just but I never. Well, I've only got an MBE. I didn't. Really
That's all.
That was good, wasn't
That
it?
was very good to slip in there. Well done. I'm just thrilled when I go to the store and they call me Mister.
Do you get that a lot?
I occasionally get Sir.
No, wow.
Yeah, but not like in like Sir John, but like you're old, so we'll call you Sir.
So, Leslie, you said you hit the road running, right? So, how long have you been on the job?
I think it was officially announced the end of February, about the end of February. So I've been at all the 4-star shorts and also the showcase in Aiken.
Right.
And really just catching up with the riders and watching and observing.
And it's really not like you're jumping in cold, because you've been doing a lot over the last several years with the developing rider list, right?
For sure, I've been doing that. I was surprised how long I've been doing that. Quite honestly, when I was told it's 10 years that I've been.
Has it
doing
been 10 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Now those developing riders are like old.
Yeah, I know.
developed.
They're all having babies, actually.
Right.
So,
Well, I think when I heard, and I already guessed that it was you and that was going through all this, I was like, he's the best person for the job. You're made of Teflon, number one, which is good for the job, right? And you're the best 10 years of what you were doing with the U.S. before, and just your experience in being a gold medalist and just your relationship with riders. I thought you were the best for the job. So,
well, thank you. I think, I do think I'm fortunate to have had that experience with the developing in the under 25s and, taking them over to Europe and doing those European tours and doing Nations Cups. It's allowed me to cut my teeth a little bit,
Right.
And get a lot of experience before, obviously stepping up now to the high performance athletes. So
So before we get into this, one question which I did not prepare you for, and you may not be prepared to answer.
Here
Do we
go.
have a replacement for your other position yet?
Yeah, we're in the process. We've been interviewing this month actually,
Okay.
And hopefully that will sort of be in place by sort of 1st of May.
So you could tell me right now, it'll just be between us. I won't edit it out.
Dream on.
Who's he
Why
or
can't,
she?
why can't I break the news?
We can never break news for some reason. It just feels that way.
Keep
But we'll
dreaming.
find out soon enough. Won't
Actually,
we?
I don't know yet because
They haven't selected.
No, we haven't.
Right.
Well, one other big topic of news is that you just got back from Twin
Yep.
Rivers,
Yep.
right? And then Galway was thinking they were getting the Olympics and they got removed. And now they just announced that Santa Anita has got it
Yeah.
for 28.
Yeah.
Your feelings?
Oh, I think it's going to be great at Santa Anita. I mean,
It's
it
centrally
was
located.
Centrally located. Obviously, it was there in '84. And I think it's fantastic that all three equestrian disciplines are in the Olympics.
Yes,
And,
that's a plus.
and I think we've got the same number of starters or athletes that have been allocated. So, we've got the 65 for eventing, which is the same that was in Paris. So I think all those, I think there's so much to look forward to, and the fact that we're in and we got the same number of athletes going again.
It's a plus.
Yeah, and
So have
I
we
think
drilled down? Are we doing a short format? Or are we still in the long format?
It's supposed to, as far as I understand right now, it's still the long format.
Okay.
And as I understand it, it's going to be the same format as Paris.
because
But,
that was so successful because of what happened in Paris.
Yeah, Paris was extremely successful. Obviously, they had huge attendance and very good, viewing figures on top of that. So it was hugely successful.
That's great.
And I'm sure, LA will
Rise to the occasion.
produce the same, and I think Santa Anita's got a lot of history. I
So-
think it's where Seabiscuit won his last race.
Oh, really?
Was that
I
right?
think so.
Probably.
Let's go with that.
And
Yes.
80, well, and
Who's gonna
84,
dispute it?
in 84, didn't the cross country ship out from
They
Santa
did it,
Anita?
yeah. In '84, the cross country did ship out. That's not the case this time.
It's gonna be all contained at Santa
all
Anita.
contained there.
I think that's
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, and Mark Todd won his first gold medal there in '84.
Wow.
Yeah, on
Maybe he
Carissa.
could come back and win another.
Yeah.
If anybody could do it.
Yeah, I think he's even past it now.
Ooh, sounds like a challenge.
So now we get to move into.
Well, before we do, because we need to transition.
More
for
surprise
sure.
questions?
Nope,
Oh.
nope. We'd have to announce our winner from the last show. So the question that was asked to win the gift card to I Love My Horse was the date of Chris and Lee's wedding
And where?
and where. And so the winner, randomly selected by Rick, was A. Corbett 88. All right, so if that's you, send us a text, either me at 352-875-8622 or Rick.
At 850-879-2649. And thank you, I Love My Horse, for the $25 gift certificate. If you are not in the vicinity of where I Love My Horse is, they're going to be at Kentucky.
Yep.
And also, you can call up, use your gift card, and they will give it to you, and you can ship out your order. So
Perfect.
that's great.
That's
Cool.
great.
So congratulations. Let's get to it.
Da-da-da-da.
Here we go. So we're going to start with the 5-star and our first horse, Leslie. I don't know how to say Tim's horse's name. Do you?
It's Tim's first horse.
Tim
Girillo.
Price on
Girillo.
Girillo. I'm going to say that because Rick says it's Girillo. It's not Girillo.
It's Girillo. Ask AI.
Okay, we're going to say it's Girillo. So, do we know anything about this one? I've got his record here.
No, I'm not familiar with this.
So his
to
last
be
run
honest.
here was March 27th at Thorsby Park.
That's FEI, right?
Yep, we
Yeah.
don't know, and all we have on these horses, guys, for the 5, because I did the research and I'm not great at it, is the FEI results.
Not national.
But he did do Poe.
How was he at Poe?
At the 5 long, he finished in 9th place, so a pretty competitive finish there.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And he did...
And that was Poe in 24?
Yeah, hold on. I need these.
Yeah, I've already got mine on.
Me too.
Yes, that was Poe in 24. He also did... Oh, what is that? How do you say that? Oh, you can't even read it. Lign. I'm assuming that's in France.
Oh, yeah, that's in France,
The
yeah.
Nations Cup.
Yeah. Lanier.
Yeah, and so he jumped around there as well.
Well, Poe's that's
Let's
a
go
good
with
result.
9th at Poe. So
Yeah,
he's
jumped
bringing
around
him over.
Aachen as well.
Right. So I've seen it in Aachen.
Yep. So he's done a ton. He's been to Buccolo. He's been to Aachen. He's been to Samur.
Yeah.
He's
been
a
all
trail.
over.
He's a trailblazer. So
And I'm gonna say, like I was saying to you, if he came all the way over with it, he must think he has a good shot.
Oh, for sure. I mean, well, he's bringing 3, so he thinks he's got a good shot.
Yeah, definitely.
With something.
Then we got Harry Mead on Superstition.
Right. Okay. So Harry Mead, Superstition, jumped around.
Cool horse.
Jumped around Burley. This one we do have a little better results on it. It printed up better. So Burley, he got a 32. He was clear cross country with 10 time and clear in the show jumping. Finished 12th at Burley.
Yeah, I think so. I think that was the first of his horses he rode at Burley, probably, because he had Harry had 3 at Burley in 24.
Yep.
Had a tremendous day. Rode so fantastic on cross country on all 3 horses. But I'm pretty sure that's probably the first one he went out on, because the other 2 he was quicker.
Right.
If I remember rightly, he posted better cross country times. So, but that looked very good at Burley.
And he also in 22 had it at Maryland and finished 7th there.
Right.
So anyway,
Then we got an American, Boyd Martin
here
on
we go. Do you know anything
Fetterman
about
B.
this guy? Fetterman B.
I heard he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah.
Is
So-
this Fetterman B's second 5-star?
Yeah, he did Poe last year.
After the Olympics.
Yep, did the Olympics obviously, and at Poe he finished 5th.
Yeah.
So I feel good about this one.
I thought he did perhaps Poe in 23 as well.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. He did Poe in 23.
Look at
He
you.
finished-
Look at that.
That's pulling it out.
He finished 8th.
You're impressed with that, aren't you?
I like it.
Yep. And his last run was Aiken.
At the showcase?
Yeah, and he finished 2nd on got a 30 in the dressage, had 8 time on cross country, and jumped double clear show jumping.
No, that was at, I hate to correct you, that was at Stableview.
Yeah, Aiken. Stableview.
Yeah.
In Aiken.
Yeah,
sorry.
not the showcase.
Not the showcase.
Right.
Stableview.
Yeah, yeah,
Stableview.
Stableview.
I
Okay,
was
we're
only
back
half
on track.
listening.
I
always
said
listening.
showcase.
Yeah,
You-
sorry. Stableview.
Yeah.
For short.
Yeah, no, I was at Stableview and it looked, Fetterman B looked really good. You know, he's such a good show jumper. You can guarantee, you know, you can almost, if you can guarantee a clear round, you can probably guarantee it with Fetterman B. Dressage looked good, ran well cross country. Boyd had to hang on a little bit at the coffin, but it was really good, and I think the horse is in good form. And I think he's a serious contender.
Right. I think the only question would be how fast he can be on cross country, right?
He'll get it done.
Right. All right.
I got faith.
Then we got Corvette and Emily Hamill.
Yeah.
What a cool horse and
He's-
cool girl.
Yeah, exactly. Both, and like Corvette, out and out jumper.
It's like Springs.
Like Springs, Emily was on the European tour that we did last year. Great girl, great to have around, and
And it seems she's getting good in the dressage bit. I mean, her scores are looking.
yeah, I mean, you
It's a
know,
tough
he's
one.
he's you know, I mean, he's consistent,
Right.
He's steady in the dressage. It's perhaps, you know, never going to be in the first 3, but he always puts in a good consistent test,
Right.
and
Which is important.
and then he's just so much fun to watch jumping.
He honestly is
I
one
mean,
of my favorite horses going right now to watch jump.
Well, that one and Mary Bess
Yep.
Davis, the horses kind of remind me of each other. She'll be further down.
And all credit to Emily. I think Corvette must be 17, 18.
Still looking like it's...
And he just comes out and he looks better and better every year. So all credit to Emily
Yeah,
there
definitely.
for doing such a good job with looking after him for that long.
Yep.
I agree. Jesse Phoenix.
Jesse Phoenix is next on Fluorescent Adolescent. I remember the first time I saw this horse. It was at Terra Nova, and I was like, oh, who's the girl on the cute little pony?
The
And-
coloured.
Yeah, the Pinto. And I was like, oh, that's like, obviously she's just riding it around for fun. I mean, she's done a pretty great job with this horse, and it does always jump around really well. I'm super impressed.
I think it was very good at Terra Nova the other day.
Yeah,
Yep.
it finished second in
Yep.
the 4 short there.
Yep, there you
She
go.
won it on somebody else.
Yeah,
And what's interesting, her last FEI run before Terra Nova in March was Terra Nova in November, where, wait for it, she finished second. So
And those are all for the open scores, too.
I think she'd be very happy with second year.
she would. I think it's going to be tough because
Yeah.
she's going to be on a 40 in the dressage from
Yeah.
looking at this. Like, that's
Yeah.
just where she's at, is
Yep.
37 to 40
Yeah.
are the marks, 36 to 40. But if she can finish on that, she'd be real happy, wouldn't she?
Be very happy, yeah.
Good for Canada.
Yeah.
Good for Jessie.
And then another Canadian coming up.
Bassy Rouge with Lindsay Tresnell.
Yep.
Cool horse.
Super horse.
Yeah. Cool girl.
Yeah. Great cross country.
Yep.
Really good cross country pair. And again, they've improved their dressage as well. That is
Yep.
Yeah, they keep solidifying their performance, I
that
believe.
has stepped up. So
And the last run she would have had on record here, if, like, she may have run something this weekend, I suppose, but it would be at Carolina.
yeah,
And she did the
that's
4
right.
short, and she finished 5th there, so she did have a good weekend.
Very good. Yeah,
last run.
yeah. Remember watching them go there.
And pretty
So,
quick, only 6th time there.
Yeah, quick horse.
And we got the cool lady, Sharon White.
Sharon White, Claus 63.
Yeah.
So how's Klaus doing? He's had some ups and downs, but she seems to be pretty solid on him for the last year or so.
Yeah, I mean, he's a cool horse.
He is a cool horse.
I mean, he is a horse that could be there after the dressage. He's very capable of doing good dressage. And then I think he put in a good clear round at Kentucky last year on the cross country. So
Yeah, and she had a good finish, really. She finished 17th. She got a 29 on the dressage.
Yeah.
She did have a stop somewhere, though.
on the cross country.
That was, nope, I'm a liar. That was 22, sorry.
Thank you.
My fault.
The last year, I think
My
she's had a
fault.
pretty good
Sorry,
record.
Sharon.
She's had a good record in the
I
last
went
12
back
months.
far too
I
far.
told him, Sharon. I told him you went
so
clear
she
there
had a
last
good,
year.
She had a good performance last time. She had
Thank you.
30 in the dressage, 12 times. She did have 1 pole down,
Yeah.
but she finished 11th, so just outside of the top.
Yeah,
10.
it was a good show, and I mean, if he can reproduce that and get him, get a little bit closer to the time,
Yeah.
he won't be far away.
Maybe the U.S. coach will help her with some of the lines to shave seconds off.
Well, you just got to kick harder, really.
What about this Michael
Michael
Young?
Chung?
Michael Young. He's
Love
on some
it.
chipmunk thing.
Michael Young on the one and only Chipmunk. So,
So he's the last on this page, but I mean,
Oh, you
obviously,
turned the page for
yeah,
me? Okay.
because I mean, we knew him, right?
Yeah.
He's going to have a good performance.
Well, yes. I mean, horses are horses, but
Yep.
I mean, it's fantastic that he's coming over.
So something unusual though that I'm glad he's coming over, but he was on Chipmunk and he had did he have 2 rails
That was at the Worlds.
at the World?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was unusual, right? I was
Yeah,
like, wow.
that 2 rails is unusual. I
Yep.
mean, obviously with Michael Young, it can jump clear rounds, but it can have 4 faults.
Yeah,
But again, I think, obviously Michael took it over later in its career, and I think it took him a little while perhaps to figure it out, but
find out the gears.
he was always going to figure it out.
well, I can tell you this: he's been in Italy, jumping this horse
Right.
all winter. He's been
Funny
there,
that.
yeah. So, well, all March really. So, yeah, he's been working on the jumping. I am willing to bet the jumping will be better.
Yeah, and he's probably got to start favorite, isn't he? Quite honestly.
Yeah. Yeah,
Clark
absolutely would think. That should
Johnstone.
be the favorite.
It's got to be the favorite. Yeah.
All right, so Clark Johnstone, Menlo Park.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Menlo Park. I don't. Fill me in.
All right, so we went to Thorsby,
Yeah.
the 4 short, finished 17th on a 41.3, but again, I apologize, do not have the full printout here. It didn't come through. But finished 17th there, so jumped around. Been jumping a bunch in Spain
Right.
through the winter. Did Poe last year. Retired on the cross country there.
Yeah, Poe was difficult last year. It was very, very, very wet, and they had to take some of the cross country course out to almost to allow it to happen. So, obviously, if you had a good finish at Poe, it would be great. But I think that I wouldn't necessarily be put off by that.
Right, and he did. This is the horse he had at the Olympic Games as well.
Right.
And he finished 18th on it there.
Yeah.
So
that's
it's obviously a class horse.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said with Poe, you could, some of that results you could just not take a lot about.
And I'll say this as well. This horse has been going at the 4-star level with Clark since April of 22. So it's
It's a good partnership.
yeah, they've been and he's
Yeah.
had it for years before
Yeah.
that. He actually so he's had it. He's had the ride in it since at least 22.
Yeah. And again, he must think he's in with a good shout.
He's coming over.
To be coming over. So, I mean, he thinks, he obviously is, everything's going to plan to warrant putting the horse on the plane, I would say.
Right.
We have James Alston.
On Karma.
Cool
Cool mare.
How's that one going? You would have just seen it.
Just watched it. It just won the 4 short at Twin. So, cool mare. He was in Aachen last year on the Nations Cup team. She's just fun to watch jump. She's such an out and out show jumper. She's fast and good on the cross country. The dressage is a little bit the weaker phase. But if James can keep her a little bit calm for the dressage and stay in touch,
Right.
he's going to be great after. And he was in such good form at Twin at the weekend. He rode 4 horses round the 4 short. Everyone went clear.
Wow.
And he's riding great.
Awesome.
And can't wait to see him there.
And we got Caroline.
This one is on double 16.
Yep.
So this one's a little bit of a tricky horse, right?
It is tricky, at least from what I've seen. It's a bit spooky, and she has to ride a little bit hard on it. But
Yeah, it's a little bit. I think it might be a full thoroughbred.
I think
It
you're
is, yes.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of a smaller type. It has a little bit of a shorter step than some of the horses. So making sure in some of the combinations, getting the number or being able to add a stride is sometimes what that horse has to do. And but Caroline knows it well enough. It's its first 5-star, I believe.
Yep.
It's certainly a horse that's improving and coming along. But I think Caroline is extremely competitive. But I would say, this time it's its first 5-star, and I think that tells us all really.
Right.
Yeah.
Go out and get the experience. With
Yeah,
that
I
one.
think so.
Right.
We got Jonelle Price.
All right, let's do Jonelle. So this is on Gerardo. This
I
is the
don't-
one she had at the Olympic Games.
Right.
How'd she do?
And
It had a 20 there.
You did it.
Yeah, it ran out.
yep, had a run out
Yeah.
there. She did Poe in 23 and was 7th there.
That's a good result.
That's a great result.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would think she's looking to rebound from the Olympics, and
Yeah, I think, and the run out was quite unlucky. I think it was, if I remember correctly, you sort of came up a step to an angled brush,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it probably, it got up the step, and I forget what it was, one stride, or it was probably one stride or maybe two, and it just didn't quite get up the brush and ran off. It was, one of those things that happens. So I wouldn't read too much into that, especially with Janelle on top.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Hey, John, why don't we take a break?
All right, let's take a break, and then when we get back, we're going to pick it back up. Our next rider up is going to be Jenny. So let's check in with our sponsors briefly, and we'll be right back.
Equibrew, now available in the USA. It's a live probiotic that you feed daily to your horses. The live microbes go into your horse's gut and cleans up the gut wall, creating a healthy gut system.
Equibrew is an essential part of my feeding program. My horses love to eat it, and it does a really good job of promoting gut health and also good behavior and great performances.
It's something I recommend for all of your horses, no matter what they do in their careers.
It's so affordable, I can use it on all of my horses in the barn, not just my top horses.
Order Equibrew today by going to brickfieldnutrition.com or calling 850-879-2649.
If you're in the horse world, you need to have a good lawyer. Whatever the size of your business, having the best legal support is paramount. Rick and I use our friend and attorney, Yvonne Okrant. She's a partner at Hinshaw & Culberson LLP, which is a national law firm with over 450 attorneys. She's been at this for over 24 years and is licensed in Illinois, Florida, and Wisconsin. Yvonne can help you with contracts for horse purchases, sales and leases, as well as equine activity liability, releases, and training and boarding contracts for individuals and entities. If you need help with a syndicate, she's done over 350 contracts and operating agreements for sport horses in all three disciplines. Whatever your legal need is, Yvonne can assist you. Call her at 312-704-3080 or email at yokrant@hinshawlaw.com.
Hi, my name is Caroline Pamuccio, and I'm here with Jump for Joy. These are one of my key training techniques I use at home. They're extremely easy to use. They're very safe. And the thing I love about it is that they fall down. They have safety cups on them, which are extremely important to me to keep me and the horse safe. I love the fact that Jump for Joy has these type of brush on the jumps. It's a really easy way to teach my young horses how to jump through brush properly. There's not a better jump on the market.
Grant Showalter has over 15 years of equine bodywork and saddle fitting experience. His technique allows him to identify and alleviate tightness in muscles. He uses trigger point massage to release points of restriction. Grant has over a decade of experience fitting and adjusting a wide variety of saddles. His expertise in equine physiology, coupled with a thorough understanding of the importance of a properly fitted saddle, allows him to quickly identify and correct any balance issues. Grant can also adjust your saddle on site. Grant works on all of my competition horses, and I have noticed a significant improvement in their performance at competitions and their overall way of going. Grant's based in Ocala, Florida year-round, but regularly travels to the surrounding areas. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 484-639-4454. I stopped in and I love my horse today, and I gotta tell you guys, it is such a cool store. They're over at WEC, right by the Grand Prix Arena. They have everything you could possibly need. Clothing, tack, accessories, whatever you need to find, they will be able to take care of you. Fun store to shop in. If you're like me and you event and you need some last minute things at the competition to save the day, they also have a mobile unit, and I Love My Horse will absolutely take care of you and get you everything you need to have a great competition. Welcome back to the John and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. We are in the Equibrew segment, and
You're so serious.
I am super serious because I am serious about my Equibrew.
That's true.
Yes, I take my Equibrew very seriously.
Yep.
It is a great live probiotic. I just had some kombucha, which made me think of Equibrew.
Equibrew is a great live probiotic. It's the only one. I love that.
Thank you.
A lot of people call it that.
Yeah.
When we want to do a shout out to Seminole Feed, they just picked it up on their shelves, which it goes in. We just delivered 2 cases today. But live microbes, it really helps gut health. So
It's good stuff.
you should really order it. brickfieldnutrition.com. Get your kombucha today.
And there you go.
Super.
And
All
you
right.
can drink it yourself if you have a stomachache.
I'll bring some up to Kentucky for you in case you get an upset tummy.
I think I'm going to be okay this year.
Okay. I'll bring it for some of the
I
riders.
might even eat breakfast this year.
Yeah, it's nice. Okay, so our next rider up is Jenny Brandigan on FE Lifestyle, a horse
Good
and
Jenny.
rider that we all know really well.
Excited for Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny's been going really well this year. She put in a very good performance at the showcase. And then she won the 4-star short at the Carolinas.
Yep.
And so the dressage is looking strong and consistent. I know she's worked hard. She's done some work with Bettina Hoy this winter and been working hard on that. And she's reaping the benefits. And it's a great cross-country horse. So I think Jenny's going to be thereabouts.
Yeah, I just we just watched the interview with Frankie Thoreau on Behind the Barn, and we've known her for years. She really feels like she's getting comfortable where she is and where she's come from, and I think I'm really proud of her.
Yeah,
because she's had a lot of ups and downs, and I'm really proud of how she's where she is.
Yeah, no, I think she's in a super good place right now, and I think they could put up a really strong performance.
Yeah, excited for them
I'm
and the owners.
Very excited for them and the owners, yeah.
Well, then we got a full thoroughbred coming up next.
So this is Buck Davidson
Yeah.
on Sorakaima. And as you said, full thoroughbred, which is great. And
There's only a couple,
I
I
really
think.
like this horse. I think it's a cool horse. Great cross-country horse.
Great cross-country horse, put up a good performance at Maryland. Probably, I think, was top USA.
Yeah, it was 4th place.
Yep.
You know, the dressage, I guess, is the question on that one.
Yeah, a little bit. So, but I mean, it can actually do a decent test on its day.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, what's really cool is on this sheet, he's got 3 5-stars. He did Maryland in 23, finished 9th. He did Kentucky in 24, finished 6th.
Yep.
Wow.
He did Maryland again last
year.
autumn, finished 4th. So
Yeah.
Those are good results.
It comes into its own in the 3-day. Again, being a thoroughbred,
Yeah.
it really comes into its own. Buck knows the horse park as good as anybody. So again, I think they could put in another solid result. I think the 5-star is made for that horse.
yeah, absolutely. The only other question you would have with it would be its show jumping,
Yeah.
because it did have a handful down at its last run in Fairburn, which is Chattahoochee Hill, Bucart. Bucart.
He was probably preparing.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure he was. And if he wasn't, he is now. But the cross-country record is impeccable.
Yeah.
So then we have Phantom of the Opera with Calvin Bachman.
And this one, I was telling you guys before the show, I think
German?
is going to be incredible.
You were telling
incredible record.
You were telling us that before the show?
Yes, I was.
Really? I thought you were like.
No.
Let's hear him out.
Okay. Go
I
ahead.
think
This will be good.
it's obviously got an incredible record. It was here at Kentucky last year. That would be probably the only blip on its cross country. Actually had a 20 here last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it looks good.
Yeah.
I think this is the one. Tell us what you think.
I think this is a really fun horse and,
It is a fun horse.
rider to watch go on the cross country.
And he's young.
He's
Fast.
young. They're very quick. They do it well, but it's exciting to watch, and it's a really cool horse out there on the cross country. And I think he was in Aachen last year, and it was brilliant to watch.
And for the record, as I'm looking at this is not the horse that I was talking about before. I was saying the one I was talking about was like, it's not real good on the flat, and this one actually is like always on the way up there.
Well, you seemed like you were very
And I was
adamant.
sure that this one was the one that was not good on the flat, so I apologize for
I was
saying
like, what
that,
is he
'cause
talking about?
It's great. Calvin, you're going to get
Yeah,
it, man.
this is a really cool horse. It's probably one of the best horses out there eventing, and like I said, he's going to be fun to watch.
Great
on
name, too.
Saturday. Yeah.
Then we got Arden.
Arden Wilderson on Sunday Times.
We've seen Arden around for many, many years on Sunday Times, and she's always known to be a quick rider. I think this is her first 5-star.
Nope.
It's not?
Yes, sorry, that was the 4 short. I apologize. I like to make quick, brash decisions.
I'm pretty sure it's her first 5
Sometimes
5
I'm wrong,
long.
but she did come to Kentucky last year in the 4 short,
Yep.
and she jumped around clear on the cross country with only 3.2 time, which
She's
is pretty
fast
good.
on cross. She's fast on cross country.
So she had a pull down, but that's a pretty good performance at
I
Kentucky.
think their weakness is dressage.
Yeah.
I mean, they usually have a clear show jump as well.
Yeah.
It's a cool horse. She's had it for years. So good luck, Arden.
We're pulling for you, Arden.
Yeah.
Go get
Then
it.
we have Lauren Nicholson, and she probably wants to drink another. I'll have another. This is Brandy Randerman's horse, and Lauren's had some ups and downs with it, but she's attempting. I think this is that horse's first 5 long.
This horse is a
It's-
Latvian warm blood. Have you
Yes.
ever heard of that?
Yes.
I have now.
My daughter showed a Latvian warm blood at the Maclay finals when she was 12.
Wow. Okay, that's cool. That's kind of fun to know. All right, so what do we think?
Great name.
I'll have another is a great name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the owner's name is great, Brandy.
Yes. There you go.
That's true.
Good luck, Brandy. I love your
Yeah,
horse.
that was-
I've seen this one go. It's good cross country. I think Lauren again has some difficulties containing it in the dressage. I haven't really watched it go a lot, but it must blow up. Have you seen it go?
Yeah, it's a little fragile in the
Yeah.
dressage, and sometimes it's okay, and then other
it
times
can master it and have
yeah.
a good one.
Yeah.
She did have a good go at Bromont last year.
Good for her.
Which is a tough track.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the 4-star there and finished 5th. So
Yeah, that's really
she
good.
can channel that.
She can channel
She
that.
had a
too.
good test there too. She got a 32. Which,
Like when the horse is on, it scores well.
Yeah, exactly.
all right, go Lauren. All right.
Where are we
now-
going next? Tim Price again. Happy Boy.
Happy boy.
Yeah.
Nice
Cool.
horse.
Nice horse.
Yeah. That is a nice
What
horse.
what else can you say?
So
Well, what I can tell you is this, and I'm just going off of what I'm reading here, but he did get eliminated
Oh,
at Thorsby Park in March.
for
That's
what?
Interesting. Well,
Push on the little icon. You can see what happened.
That's the problem. But it says cross country R, so I'm going to say he retired on cross country.
And ours retired, not eliminated.
Well, it says
Well, that's
position
there's a
eliminated cross country retired, so he must have retired on cross country.
yeah. You got to
Maybe
watch.
he did that on purpose.
exactly.
You got to watch those elimination when it's really a retirement. 'cause
Right, right. Who knows
He
how
might
it's
have had just a blip and said, I don't need to do it.
But he also won Blenheim on a 27 last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
nice
Happy
horse.
Boy with Tim Price. I'm going to say it's going
Yeah.
to have a great weekend.
Then we have Harry Mead again. Harry Mead on Eat Hop Du Mots.
See, these are now, if you'll notice here, just so everybody's aware, see how the sheet changed? Do you know why this happened?
Because your wife came in the
Because my
room.
wife came in the room and took over. These are from Jen now, and they're much more complete.
See, mine would have been fine because I'd have started with my wife doing it.
There you go.
No, I tried to do it, and then she took pity on me. It was like, just give me it.
So talk to us about Harry Mead on his second horse.
Do you know this one at all?
Eat Hop
I think I
Du
do.
Mots.
At Hop Dumats. So, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
So he had it over here last year for Maryland. Had a 33 in the dressage, but he must have had a fall.
Yeah, he had a fall in the at the brush there at the bottom of the mound.
Okay.
Yeah. So, where was it at Bramham there? Yeah, ninth at Bramham. Yeah. So,
Cool.
it's a lovely model of a horse, and I think again,
And relatively young for a 5-star horse. It's 11.
yeah, but I think they're bringing it over for a reason, probably.
Right.
And so, it'd be interesting to see if it's learned or
We got another
gained a bit more
Boyd,
experience off Maryland. So,
Right.
another Boyd Martin horse, Luke 140. Another really nice horse for Boyd.
yeah, this is a great horse. It's been it's been going well all spring. So he had a very good run there again at Stableview with this. I think did Luke win, or I think Commander won actually.
Luke finished 4th at Stableview.
Okay, yeah. Great horse. Again, a great show jumper. Very quick on the cross country. So,
Yep, it's going to be up there, I think.
yes, it should be right up there. And I know Boyd thinks a lot of him. And
Strong, isn't it?
yeah, it's a little bit strong, but not silly strong.
Okay.
And I think, it's probably sometimes a horse like that is easier to get settled on the long format than the short format.
So this is your close friend, John.
Labusa
Yeah.
Lubeck.
Tell us about her.
Well, first thing is you can tell that it's a her because we were questioning this, but it says female right on her bio. That would have helped when we were doing our research. Sorry, Labusa, but we didn't know you, and we were like, is it a woman or a man? And then we just didn't ever think to actually look at the sheet that tells you that. So first thing I'll say is this, is she just had her last run in March. She went around a 3-star at Le Moulin and finished second there. She did Le Moulin 5-star in 24 and was 19th. She did have a frangible there, but jumped well. Had a 31 in the dressage. So that would have been her first 5-star. So this will be her second 5-star coming
right.
up. She was on the Nations Cup team in Arville and finished 8th.
That's good.
Yeah, 9.6 time. So honestly, she has a pretty impeccable record.
Yeah.
All in all, she's missed a flag once, and she's had one frangible on cross country. Other than that, it is
That's why she's coming over.
it is clear all the way over the last sort of several years.
So then we have American Catherine Coleman. We love Catherine. She's based in England and also in Wellington. I believe she did Poe on this one.
Yeah, so this is Monbeg Senna.
Uh-huh. What was her placing at Poe?
I don't see Poe. So she did Blenheim last in the 4 long.
Oh, that's right.
Finished on a 28. Jen did not print this one up well. She did Le Moulin.
Feeling,
Le Moulin.
feeling brave.
Yeah, she's not here, so I can say that. And she doesn't actually listen to the show, so it's fine.
How did she do at Le Moulin?
She finished 30th. She must have had a little blip somewhere.
She's looking good. I saw her run at
She ran at badminton too. Sorry.
Oh, did she? How did she do at badminton?
Badminton, she finished 23rd.
And then she ran it at 4 short at Carolina. Is that on there?
Yes, and she finished 14th there and a final score of 55.4.
Okay.
Did you see that one go there?
Yeah. No, it's a
cool horse.
It's a cool horse. It's a nice horse. Yeah.
And her dad was there, big supporter for Catherine, so that's cool.
Cool.
What's her next one?
So the next one is Monica Spencer with Artist. And
I like this horse.
I will say, just as a little sneak preview, at some point very soon, we are going to have Monica on the show.
That would be great. And her husband and her son.
Well, there you go. But she's super nice.
Family show.
It is a family show.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
They like to play with
nice,
tractors.
super nice woman. Lady, girl, whatever you want to call her. She's super nice, friendly.
She's a woman.
Okay, but like sometimes you want to call them like that's a nice girl. Like sometimes I just want to be.
I
a
don't
nice
know
guy.
about lady, but that's okay.
I'm excited for Monica and
Yeah, cool
Artist.
horse.
So Leslie, what do you know about this one?
Well, we know quite a bit. I mean, obviously, Monica's based over here now.
Yep.
The Artist is a full thoroughbred, I believe.
Yep.
It's good, very good on the flat. Put in a tremendous test at the showcase. I think was only behind Will Coleman there. Great cross country horse. Will love the 5-star as far as distance and everything else goes.
Yeah, and jumped clear, just briefly jumped clear around Burley last year.
Yeah,
I think she had some bad luck at Carolina, though. But
she had a pin.
yeah.
Yeah, or a frangible, whatever you want to call
Yeah.
it.
She had an 11.
Safety officer.
Yes.
But cool.
Yeah, I mean, she probably would have won.
Yeah.
Bar that. So I think that's going to be right there after cross country on Saturday, and then she's got to get a clear round of it out of it on Sunday.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then we got Cassie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Cassie,
this
our
one,
young girl.
I just saw on
Cassie
social
Singer.
media, Redfield Fire is statistically, according to
Which is amazing.
Ratings, the most reliable cross-country
had-
horse in the field.
It had an exceptional FEI cross country record.
Yeah, it does.
And it's funny because the horse isn't. How old is this horse?
I'd say 2013, so would it be 12?
Yeah.
12. I mean, I've watched her go. It's cool to watch,
Yeah, I mean, it's Cassie's first 5-star.
right?
She's rose up through the
Ranks.
very quickly over the last 2.5 years. she's a great rider. Got a very mature head on her for a young girl. You know, and it'll be a big experience for them. But it should be hopefully a good experience. Yeah.
So I have a question for you real quickly, just looking at her record, and this is like just a question. So she did Bramham
Yeah.
and Bookalo. And Bookalo, typically you wouldn't go there as like your prep run the year before Kentucky, right? But Bramham, you probably would. Is Bramham, I mean, that's a tough enough 4-star, right?
For sure. You know, again, Cassie was on the European tour last year with 2 horses. Obviously, this was one of them, and she was there because Bramham have the under 25 division.
Yep.
So you know that was a target for Cassie last year, and you know she went there, and that was that horse's first 4-star, and he did a good job, and she gave it some sort of ride.
Right.
You know, and off the back of that, because he had gone round Bramham, we felt that he could go and have a slightly, if there is an easier 4-star.
Sure.
He could go and have a slightly easier one and go to Bookalo, because I think he told us enough at Bramham that he should be capable of going 5-star.
Right. Cool.
was
It's
awesome.
just interesting
Yeah.
to me to
Yeah.
see that sometimes how the
So now
Events
we got Brooke Birch. How do you say her name? Birchin.
I want to hear you say it.
Birchianti?
I think it's
Birchianti.
Birchianti, yeah.
And she's on a cool horse, Cooley Space Gray. I've seen it go. Not
I'm going
the
to say
best.
it's Birchianti.
Okay.
Let's go
Not
with
the
that.
best on the flat, but the horse thing.
Right.
Can jump a clear across country and be fast, and show jump is
Yeah,
good.
great jumper.
But her struggle is in the dressage. I think at Terra Nova she scored like a 48, but she finished 4th.
46
A 46 in
Yeah.
dressage.
Yeah.
She finished 4th.
and finished 4th because she
Very good.
finished. She finished.
But it's
on a 46.
unfortunately it's not a qualifier, right? MER because of the dressage,
Right.
which is always a pain.
Yeah.
A painful feeling when you have a 46 and you needed
And
a
I think
45.
It's probably Brooke's first 5-star.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think she'll be there for cross country day.
She definitely will be
Yeah.
there. Cool.
And
I really
honestly,
like horse.
You look at this record and it reminds me of another gray horse that we talked about a minute ago. Corvette. Like
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
type of horse, right? Big
I-
jumper.
yeah.
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 How old is the horse?
Oh, I just set it down. I have to pull
Sorry.
it back up.
Sorry.
2013. It's 12.
Oh, okay. Then
good
Tom
age.
McEwen. Look at this. Brooksfield quality. Brookfield quality. Come on, Tommy.
Okay, here we go. So you know this one.
Yeah.
I'm assuming fairly well.
Yeah, fairly well.
Okay. Yeah. Should be, if Chipmunk isn't the favorite, you would think this one might be.
Yeah, it's probably close. You know, Tom's riding at the top of his game right now. So, a very cool customer, and coming off the back of a very good Olympics. So, he likes coming over to America. So, I think they'll be good to watch.
Yeah, so its last 5-star was Poe, and he was 3rd. The one before that, he took it to Lamullen, and he actually retired it there. You remember what happened?
Yes, I'm trying to think what happened there. There was something funny. I'm not sure, like they had a lightning and he got held on the cross country or something.
Okay.
There was something, well, I don't think it was a straightforward retirement. There was
Some kind of
there was
oddity.
something behind
All right,
what
yeah,
happened to
I
that.
might go with Tom.
Yeah.
So
We'll just see what we pick at the end here.
then we have Shannon Lilly.
Yes, good friend
Good-
of
yeah.
all
good
of
friend.
ours on Eindhoven Gerett.
Back up to the 5-stars. I think this is her first 5-star in a while.
Yeah, and Shannon loves this horse.
Yes.
She loves it. She thinks
How
so
do you
much
say
of
his
it.
name?
I say Eindhoven Gerett. She calls him Garrett in the barn.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it would probably be pronounced Gerett.
She's had some good results with this. She's worked hard.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Like it.
The dressage is going to be sort of probably a low or mid 30 dressage test according to the record here. But it's pretty good on the cross country. Not many 20s throughout his career. It's a pretty good cross-country horse and a very good show jumper.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll be cheering for Shannon.
Go Shannon.
Then we
Yeah.
have Caroline Pamuchko again on She's the One. How's this one?
Yeah, it's a nice mare, this. Caroline had it again, you know, she was on the tour last year, did the 4-star long in Mill Street, put up a good test there, had a few time on the cross country, but it was very testing ground.
Good.
So it's a cool mare. It's the horse's first 5-star, but I would think Caroline will be thinking, you know, even though it's its first 5-star, she'll be wanting to have a bit of a go with that one, I would say.
Be good.
So
Rebecca.
I think before we do this, I think we should finish the 5 stars in this segment, and then we can
Yeah,
talk a
let's
little
do that.
bit about some of the 4 stars that we want to.
Sure.
In the last. Does that make sense to
Yeah,
you guys?
let's go.
Sounds
Alright.
great.
So we've got Beck Breitling on Caravaggio.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
So
Australia.
did it run the twin?
Yeah, Beck ran at Twin. She only sort of intentionally went probably halfway around the cross country and then pulled it up. I think she just wanted to give it a bit of a gallop and jump some jumps, but didn't want to go all the way with Twin only being 2 weeks out.
Right, and its last run where it completed was at Galway, right, in Temecula, and she won that.
Yeah.
So she's on pretty good form.
Then we got Mary
back.
Beth Davis, my good friend. I love
Yes,
her.
Our good friend.
Our
Real
good
magic.
friend. All of ours. She just makes you smile.
I love this horse.
Isn't he great?
So Mike Winter sourced this horse for
Yeah.
her.
He should have been called Pogo Stick.
Yes.
Another pogo stick.
Yep.
I'm telling you, it just makes you smile to watch them go around cross country. She has so much confidence in him. She can put in a good dressage.
Yeah, no, it's possible.
He can do a
Yeah.
good dressage. He's had a little struggle, but he won't touch a pole in the show jump.
He's phenomenal.
It's like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And he's not that old. He's 10.
No, he's not.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I love you, Mary Beth.
And
Good luck.
she had a good go in Buccalo last year.
Yeah, she
she
did.
did.
Yeah.
She on the Nations Cup team, right?
Yep.
Yep, she was great.
Jenny Brannigan.
Jenny
again.
Brannigan, Twilight's Last Gleam.
Another
Yeah.
thoroughbred.
Yep. And
Nina Gardner.
finished 6th at Maryland last year. Finished 16th at Kentucky last year in both those 5 stars. She did have a flag at Maryland, which is, I'm sure, was hard pill to swallow, considering she finished 6th on that. She would have
Right.
been right there.
Yeah,
So she's going to be looking to avenge that.
exactly.
We have Matt Brown on. This is he's climbed back up. He's come back. This is his first 5-star in a while, I think. Alderwood.
Yep.
I saw him at Carolina. He
Yeah.
looks very good.
Yep, looks good. And I think, Matt's taken his time a little bit.
He definitely is taking his time.
So he obviously feels now that it's time to
Push it on up.
pull the trigger on it. So,
It'll be interesting to see what kind of a test he can get out of it.
yeah.
Because I think that's the thing. It looks like the dressage at that level is still a work in progress.
Yeah.
Then we have Emma Klugman, our Australian lawyer on Bronto Beach Z. She's had some good results with this horse.
Yep. Bronte Beach is a Zangerscheid mare. It is a 2012, so that makes it 13, right? Yeah. This is a really good jumping
Yes.
horse.
Yeah,
it's a good jumping horse.
It's actually, I believe, the one that is on one of our Instagram reels, which, by the way, you guys should go check out our Instagram. Make sure that you give us some likes.
He's our Insta dude.
Yeah. So jumped. Where'd it go? It went to Kentucky last year. She took her to Kentucky last year. Had a
Yep.
36 in the dressage. Clear cross country. Did have 3 poles down in the show jumping.
Must have had a
Yeah,
time with
I
the-
think it's been improving quietly on that. Score.
probably his
But-
it was a fitness thing there.
Yeah. Aside from that, it actually has a pretty good show jump record.
Yeah.
So it's probably just fitness for them.
Tired.
So,
Then we have Lucienne Bellissimo.
Deary, this is such a beautiful horse.
isn't it?
Is this the one that was at the 4 short last
Yes.
year? And she unfortunately, on both of her horses at the Coffin, had some trouble. Hopefully, it is a cool horse. She can pull it all together.
Yeah, it's good in the dressage. But I would think, is it Lucien's first 5-star?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I think it is.
So,
She's from Great Britain, but her home is here, Tryon. Her husband has ownership of Tryon up there. So cool to have her here. Tim Price again, Falco.
Falco.
Yeah.
Cool horse.
it's probably a reason why it's the last of his three.
It doesn't work that way, Leslie. It's a draw.
That's what they say.
That is what they say. Yeah, so
He got third time lucky there in the draw.
he did finish second at Maryland last year. He likes to bring it over. Yeah, I mean, that would be another favorite, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Then we have Harry Mead again on Graffonaut.
So this is...
This is
obviously-
ex-William Foxbit ride.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the mare?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I got a question. We've talked about it a little bit off the air. He just ran it in March at a 4 long in Italy.
Right.
How do you say it?
Montebredi.
Montebredi. Won that. Had 6 time and 1 pole down in the show jumping. So that's March, and now he's come to a 5-star. It seems like a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, I know he's Harry Mead and all.
a little bit, but I'm assuming he needed that to be qualified.
Well, yeah.
So, but
I think you take it per horse. You got to see what they
Yeah,
look
I mean,
like.
I've seen other people do it very successfully. That's all.
yeah, I mean,
It's ready to go.
it'd be interesting to know how long the cross country was.
Yes.
I mean, it was probably.
A shorter cross country.
Yeah, it
run.
might have been. I mean,
Have you been there?
no, I haven't.
What was it? Where was he again?
In Italy.
Oh, Italy is
Montebredi.
probably
Yeah.
probably a 9.5,
So-
10-minute course.
Yeah. So, I think, and obviously William did a great job producing it.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it'd be pressure to be on one of Williams' horses, or be like, wow, this is so incredibly trained. There's no pressure.
Yeah, it's hard
Yeah.
to know. Harry's a
Boyd
pretty
Martin
cool dude.
for the flagship here on Commando 3, another fantastic horse.
Yeah, I mean, Boyd's very well horsed at the moment. So
I mean, he's got 3 contenders.
yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna say it.
Okay, are you gonna knock us off our boat?
Boyd wins.
He's got 3 chances.
Commando. I always choose an American. Boyd wins on Commando 3. Leslie, who's winning?
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Think about this because you're coaching us now. So
Yeah,
so
no,
pressure,
absolutely,
but,
no. I mean, I think Boyd's in great form, and I'm gonna stick with Boyd.
On any particular horse or any of the 3?
They're very close. I mean, you look at Stable View. I mean, they're all within 2 points in the dressage. I think. I think I'm going to go with Luke.
Okay. Luke.
I'm going to go with Boyd on Luke, and yeah.
All right. Rick.
I'm gonna have to stick with Boyd, but I'm gonna stick with Annie's horse, Betterman B.
Brilliant.
All right. So we all pick Boyd on 3 different horses. Awesome.
Yeah. Go Boyd.
Boyd,
That's
Boyd's got it.
exactly.
All right,
He's
let's
got
take
it.
a break, and
Yeah.
we're going to come back, and we're just going to touch base on a little bit of the 4-star.
Yep.
All right?
Let's do it.
For a horse owner on the road, your trailer is essential. No one enjoys being stuck on the road. At Horse Trailer Pros, we repair, renovate, and maintain all makes and models of horse trailers. We work directly with your insurance company or manufacturer for warranty repairs and insurance claims. Our state-of-the-art facility provides quick turnaround and friendly customer service. Considering a living quarter conversion? We do those too. Find comfort on the road with Horse Trailer Pros. Call or text 352-804-2131. HorseTrailerPros.com.
Another thing I love about Jump for Joy is that the jumps are so easy to move. It takes me and one other person to make a whole new cross-country questions. No tractors needed. I've got a lot of different sort of questions I've been able to design with these jumps. Set up some really difficult angled hedges, bank out the water to an angled hedge, and have these really nice skinnies. And another great thing is they have these amazing flags, so the horses always understand the jump between the flags.
Hey, it's John here. I just want to let you guys know I got back from schooling at Magnolia Sands Farm here in Ocala, Florida. Their cross-country field is perfectly suited for a first outing on a young horse or schooling your upper-level horse. Magnolia Sands offers over 110 jumps ranging from starter to intermediate, plus multiple banks, ditches, and waters. They're constantly updating their courses and have even added new ditches and a starter ditch wall. Conveniently located in Northeast Ocala, Magnolia Sands has made it easy for riders and trainers with online waivers, Venmo, and PayPal, and even offer a golf cart for guests. MagnoliaSandsFarm.com. Reset, reboot, rebuild, restore. Experience the transformative power of our formulas you can trust. Elevate your horse's well-being from the inside out with Parkmore supplements. European designed, American manufactured, and Kentucky Proud certified. Parkmore's Devil's Own Detox, Nature's Own Binding Agent, cleansing your horse's system. Now available for your canine kids too. Say goodbye to unwanted elements and hello to vitality. Parkmore Special Vitamin Mineral Supplement, a micronutrient powerhouse. No fillers, just 4 ounces a day for a 5-star eventer to thrive. Because excellence deserves exceptional nutrition. Parkmore GLF Immunobooster. Unleash the magic gold, the #1 building block for cell replication. Elevate wellness and recovery for your horses and dogs, whether after training, travel, competition, or during periods of injury, illness, or surgery. Parkmore HI Oil Infusion. Customize your blends of herbs and spices to naturally combat inflammation, bacteria, and restore gut flora. Elevate your horses and dogs' appetite naturally. Expert guidance awaits. For more information, schedule an online, telephone, or on-site consultation with Fleur or one of our dedicated team members. Visit parkmoresupplements.com or call, text at 502-265-8345 to elevate your companion's well-being today. Since 1950, Maison Forestier has been offering its know-how to design custom-made saddles for passionate riders. In 2016, Maison Forestier took a turn and expanded into the sports world with the goal of improving the performance of the rider-horse pair. You will find a professional, reactive, and fun team to answer your needs. And this is why I have chosen Forestier for all of my saddlery needs. Feel free to contact the saddle expert in your area for more information by visiting www.forestier.com.
Welcome back to the John and Rick Show, brought to you by Horse Trailer Pros. Leslie, thanks for staying with us and going through the 5-star. We are in Horse Trailer Pro Studios, John, as you look at me like that.
No, this was just my normal look.
It's that resting BF thing or something.
I really can't see it. Okay.
So I think before we took the break, Leslie, you made a really good point. There's been a lot of rain in Kentucky.
Yeah, it's they've had a wet spring. So I think it's obviously starting to dry out somewhat there, but I think we're going to possibly see softer ground, which obviously can make the cross country more influential. And there's a nice number of full thoroughbred horses in there, and I think it might be their year actually.
Right.
If we get that softer
thoroughbred stays on the top
ground,
because they gallop really good.
They gallop forever.
Yeah, I mean, have we seen what the weather's done up there recently? Because
we can have a weatherman look it up right now.
Let's just check that out. Because I remember it was only like maybe a week and a half ago. I got a photo of the entire head of the lake and that whole bottom field.
Yeah, but I did talk to Sinead. I did talk to Sinead at Majestic, and she said that her reports are the course is looking good, and somebody took a picture of where the only flooding really was, and that was posted.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the head of the lake. It's not like it's a major feature of the event or anything.
Well, stop being a smart guy. Let's go to the 4 short. We have a big field at the 4 short.
When are we doing weather report?
We're going to get the weather report.
There is more rain coming.
When is it coming?
It's going to be wet.
All the time.
Okay, lots of rain in Kentucky. I am wearing my rubber boots.
We're going to see a thoroughbred.
Yeah, we have to rethink my choice here, actually.
You'll be fine. All right, so now we're going to the 4 short. We have 60 entries in the 4 short.
Just real quick, it is something to think about, though, right? Because, like, the horse I chose him to win on is the last horse to go.
Yeah.
I wonder how much ground's going to be left.
Seems to be your problem. You didn't think about the weather before. It's too late.
I'm going to double down. Boyd's got it. It's fine.
Okay, good.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead now.
My horse goes second.
This is what I'm thinking.
So, just saying.
I never win these.
So we have the 4 short, Leslie and John, in the past has seemed to have created some problems for horses that are going there. And it's a tough Derrick course for the 4 short. And some people say it's a 5 short. What's your thoughts on the 4 short course and over the years?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been a proper 4-star short. I think obviously Derek's a great course designer.
Right.
If you're going to Kentucky to do a 4-star short, you're going to see, he's making sure you're going to see the upper end of it.
Right.
And you got all the terrain there, and and the technicality of the lines, and if they put the coffin in early, that's always
Well,
a challenge.
So true, and all that, and just looking at the start list, I see an Olympic horse in the 4 short with Caroline.
Yeah, that's
So-
right.
So he's 10-year-old this year, and she opted for the 4 short, probably to get him out, and it's a tough 4 short, so she probably has plans for him. That will be a good run for that one.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to stand a good chance. I mean, I know Caroline this year the intentions were to give him a little bit of a lighter year. He's rose through the grades very quickly and been very successful all the way through, and obviously had a lot last year. So he's going to be aimed at a 3-day at the end of the year rather than doing one in the spring. But
Probably a smart thing to do.
be a lively contender there in the 4-star short.
Definitely. Then James, again from California with Cora. That's a cool horse.
Yeah, and
Is that another mare?
I think it might be, as we look
Briggs
to
will look
our
it up.
yeah.
But another cool, them just running down. Another horse that I really like.
It is a mare, sorry.
yeah.
Cora's a mare.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is Hallie Coon and Cute Girl.
Yeah.
She had a great, was it a great Aachen?
Buccalo.
Bocalo.
Yeah.
Great Bocalo.
Yeah, very good result at Buccalo.
And she unfortunately does have some bad luck every once in a while.
Yeah.
With that one. And
Yeah, the
I think-
spring hasn't gone
Yeah,
quite
she had
as.
a 20 at Terranova.
Yeah,
And she fell off and show jump at Carolina
at the showcase.
at the showcase.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so
But cool horse.
great horse.
Great horse.
Good,
And,
good in the dressage. Great jumper.
Right.
So
Alexander Conrad on Malibu Preacher. Do we know that one? I don't know that one that well.
no, I don't know it that well.
Will Coleman, very dignified.
Yeah, this is a new horse for Will. Or
Is that the
fairly new
mare?
horse.
It's a mare. Yep. Irish sport horse
Yeah.
mare.
That's very cool. I heard about that. He was already going for 4-star.
Correct. Yeah. So Will's still, I think, still building a relationship with
Right.
it. That's why it would
Exciting.
be. That's why it's in the 4 short. But yeah.
So we're going to go to Jenny again on Connery, another Gardner horse. So I'm sure she's out to do a good job on that one.
Absolutely.
Real quick, before you just go on to the next one, I just want to say that the next horse has the coolest name ever. Dunedin Black Watch. Tell me that's not cool.
Will you go on? Tell us about
I
it.
don't know much about it other than that.
I don't know
Catherine
Haley.
Robertson.
New Zealand horse.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's just.
Well, then we
But
have
Catherine Robertson is
Catherine
the
Robertson's
owner.
the
Sorry,
owner. It's
Haley
Haley.
Freeland.
Yeah,
Haley
Haley's from
Freeland.
New Zealand.
I apologize, Haley.
Yeah.
It's a new. Now I'm
Yeah.
going on USEA records.
Yeah.
Then we got Philip on Denham. That horse, I think, unfortunately, he popped off Denham at
No.
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 It had a frangible at
Terra Nova.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Terra Nova.
But
He's
it's
standard corrected, but
ran pretty well. Put in a good performance at Bucart.
Yep.
Was also at the showcase. Put in a very respectable performance at Blenheim last year. So
that'll be good.
yeah, I think Philip will be definitely out to have a go.
Look who we got there. The pony that jumped around the 4 short last year and finished 26th. That was pretty good. He's
There you
going.
go.
He's gonna smoke through the coffin.
Yeah. So that's Briggs
Like a rock
Surratt
star. Go Briggs.
and Couture. He's going for his second run at Kentucky and just hoping for the best, which they're looking great. Hannah Sue dropped down from the 5-star on Carsonstown. I kind of understand why. She's had a couple blips on the radar here, and so made a decision to drop down to the 4 short.
But she had a good run at Stableview last.
Yeah.
She did.
Yep,
She
she
did
looked
three at Stableview,
Yep.
right?
Yep. She had
Yep.
a good run there. Little
Which is
confidence
good. I
boost.
think it was a smart move for Hannah, and she deserves a good run on Carsonstown. It's owned by Krista Schmidt, daughter of Mrs. Mars. What do we got going down here? Chris Newton back at the 4-star level after many years. He's a vet out of Kentucky. Really love Chris. I know this is exciting for him, and every time I see him, he just smiles. So.
And you know what? It has a very good cross-country record.
It has It's a cool horse to watch.
They went really well actually at Terra Nova.
They did.
Yeah.
At both
Chris,
Terra
we're going
Novas.
to all be cheering. He's helped so many horses get through this event. It's good that he
Yes.
gets to ride it.
Robin Walker's the next one I see sticking out. Robin's got
I'm going to give a shout out here for Tommy Green Guy.
Oh, there we go.
He's coming from the West Coast.
Okay. I've never seen Tommy go.
Yeah, Tommy's he was on our under 25 program last year, and
Doesn't he go to a really good school too?
pardon.
I think he's enrolled at a really fancy school.
Like Harvard?
Yeah, something like that. Like he's super smart. Anyway, I'll find out.
We'll have to find out.
Well, I'm gonna
I
have
didn't
to
mean to
find
write
that out. I didn't know that.
Like,
You didn't know he's smart?
I thought he was full time riding.
well, he might be now, but I think he went.
Oh.
I don't know. Tommy,
But
let us know.
he's really rising up through the ranks. He spent a little time with Tim and Janelle before going on to Leon
That's
Donche
how
last year.
Yep.
But
Good for him.
had a good run. I think he was second in the 3-star short at Twin Rivers at the weekend. So
Very good.
Yeah.
Robin on SBT Barlow.
Barolo.
It's not Barolo.
Barolo. Barolo.
Barolo. Okay,
Barolo.
got it.
Look, dude, I love you. Your strength is not pronunciations.
It's way better than yours.
I just want to say on that one real quick, I do see the owners here. It's Robin, obviously, and then Alston Kerr, who is such a nice woman, and she's had a lot to do with so many things in Kentucky and at the horse park.
Yeah,
And it's
good
great
for
that
her.
she is
That's awesome.
able to be a part of a
Yeah.
horse that's running around
Yeah.
there.
Disco Traveler. I've seen some results on this one. It's
Got to give a shout out.
Yep.
Molly again from West Coast.
Molly Duda.
Molly was on our tour, European tour last year. Really cool. They've had some good results. They won the 4-star long in Galway in the fall. They came out and had a win at Twin earlier in the year in the advanced. So
they're primed up.
Molly only started riding at the advanced level at the beginning of last year. So
I know, that was true.
Yeah, but a really cool girl, good rider, cool horse.
So we got, I don't know Sophie Click.
Sophie Click.
Sophie's Washington State.
Another West Coaster.
Yeah.
On Tarantino
Yeah.
54.
Tarantino.
Tarantino.
Yeah, come on,
Like
man.
like the producer.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
All right. Then we got Christy Forsman, Kingston Rubicamps.
That one's going
I don't know that one.
be, I would assume, a little bit tough on the flat, but has a very good cross-country record, so if she can go
go.
jump around and finish on that, she'll be in good
Then
shape.
then we have Allie Knowles on Mooreswood. I love that horse.
Yeah, he's
and,
been-
and again, Allie I think has some really ups and some really downs, and I think that's a cool horse. It could be in the running for this.
Can I just say that I appreciate that we're doing this with the 4-star because this is helping me tremendously.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I do the commentary for this division, and I need
I
to
know
know
we're
these
excited
horses
for you.
well.
So then you won't get Olivia Dutton wrong then, right? On Sea of Clouds.
I hope not.
Do you know who used to ride Sea of
I
Clouds?
have an idea, yes.
Actually, I think that debut of Sea of Clouds in the 4 was at the Jockey Club in 2019.
Wow.
That's
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I know. I do remember Philip riding it at the Jockey Club.
And he had show jump issues. And
Yes.
guess what? After that,
Yeah.
the show jump was brilliant.
Can I just rewind one?
Yeah.
Because I do think
Allison Springer,
I do
No
think
Bay
it's fun.
Moon on the Connemara pony.
Yeah.
Yep, I
That's
agree.
fun. We got to just mention that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Allie.
Oh my God, that cool horse,
Yeah.
little horse, 15-1. But she's done great. She was like really high up at Bromont for long last year.
Yeah.
She won. She won the Bromont, and
That's
then
correct,
She won the Bromont.
she won the Bromont. She just won something else on it. It's a cool horse. I think it shocked her, but it's a really cool horse. Good call.
And I mean, I think Olivia again. Full thoroughbred.
Sea of Clouds, definitely.
Right.
She's going to be right in there.
Had a great run at Terra Nova. Was inside the time.
And I talked to her. She was. I talked
Yeah.
to her after. She ran at Bocolo, right? And she had that
Yes,
weird
she had that
stop at the water drop in.
that's right.
She said, "It was just me, green moment
Yeah.
for her."
Yeah,
It's-
sure.
it's
You know,
like,
again, I mean, Olivia's, you know,
she's going to be a good.
She is
good.
a Dutton, but she still has to get
yeah,
experience.
she's
let
still
me-
getting, still
I
getting
think
some
she's a
experience.
prettier
but
rider
she
than her father,
looked
though.
so good round Terra Nova the
Yeah,
other week.
she did.
I mean, she tore that up.
I'm proud of Colin in this horse, Baymax.
Yeah.
Baymax used to be Doug Payne's
That's
horse.
correct.
And he's a handful. And Colin did great at Carolina.
Yeah, he did.
Do you know who
I thi-
Baymax is?
Baymax is?
The name? You know where the name comes from?
I don't know.
There's a
Klaus?
cartoon of an inflatable robot named Baymax.
Of course, you'd know that.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Then we have Buck again on Cooley
Cooley
Candyman.
Candyman.
Cool horse again. I think he's had some good results.
Yes.
Savannah
Go Buck.
Fulton. Isn't this a thoroughbred as well?
Yes, go
Cass
Wood.
Point?
This is
I
no.
don't
This
think he
is
is.
Holsteiner.
Yeah.
Which is right
Almost
after Chicaner.
almost thoroughbred.
Yeah, almost thoroughbd. Holstein. It's like thoroughbred. Chicaner,
Seems like this
Holsteiner.
horse is really, I think she's been trying to find her way with this one. Is that true?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I think he's not the oldest horse, is he?
No.
He's a 2015, so now he's a 10.
He's still, so he's
he's
10.
young.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they have been finding their way, and I think, you know, they're getting established at this level, and
Right.
we could see some good
Stuff.
results going forward.
Then we have Elisa Wallace. We know her on Lissavore Equality. This horse came from Aoife in Ireland. And I think this one has all the right ingredients, and she's been trying to figure out some steering cross country. It's a great jumper. It's good in the dressage. I think if she can figure out the cross country steering, and it's only 9.
Yeah, cool.
So good horse. Emily, I don't know Rio.
Emily Mastrovich. What's interesting with this one, and I don't know that it's related, but the owner is Nicholas Bashir, which I
It's
wonder.
her son, I believe.
It's Nicholas. This is Nicholas's horse.
Okay.
The gray.
So is Bashir like of the Bashirs?
Yes,
Yes.
it's Emily Bashir.
Yes.
Oh, because that's not Emily Bashir
She's
anymore.
divorced.
Right. So what's very cool is there's all these connections, right?
I'm
to-
glad you learned this before
Well, I
you
didn't
started
know.
doing
I didn't know
commentating.
Emily's. I would have known her when I saw her. I didn't know her.
On, you
name.
mean on the screen, galloping cross country?
Well, I would have seen her in dressage first, and I would have figured it out.
Don't make fun of me pronouncing any.
He'd be like,
Look.
I don't know this one. Emily Mastovich.
Well, I've always known her as Emily Bashir, and so now it's Mastrovich. I apologize, Emily. I
But
would've
it's
figured it out.
actually Emily's done a great job with Nicholas's horse. He took it up to the 3-star.
Yep.
And I think he's going to school, and she took over the ride, and she
Well, she's tough. She's a good competitor.
she is in the top placings with that horse.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. that's
Another
cool.
Caroline, King's Especial.
Yeah.
But this is a big horse.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
It's an impressive horse when it comes around. You're just like, wow. it's
no,
a big range
I don't know.
animal.
I mean, it must be. I don't know what it would be. 17 to
big.
18.
Do you know what the dam's name is?
We're gonna see. No.
No, how would we know
H-
that?
Cha 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 Special.
Oh, is it Darren? Does Darren have something to do with
Maybe.
it?
I don't know. He might.
All right. Then our friend Alex O'Neill, Red Tail Penumbra.
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 Back on top.
I don't know this one.
I think it's good cross country. This.
Yeah. It's a red tail. That's their own breeding. Did
It
they
is
breed
it
that
has
horse?
a very good cross country
Yeah.
record. The only thing I see is in 23 at Ocala it had a frangible, and besides that, it's pretty spotless.
But,
Oh, I think
but
I remember that. It was that oxer on the top of the mound coming out of the
Yes.
water, and
Yeah,
some
it was quite
horses
wide.
just didn't read the back rail.
yeah.
but just to give them credit, Red Tail is their breeding program, right?
Yes.
Okay. So they bred that horse.
I believe that
They had to. I think they have. Just
Well, that's good.
yeah.
That's something.
Another Hallie Coon. I don't know this horse. Do you?
I think this horse is just stepping up to this level.
Lucky Fortuna.
So
Did she get that over when she was in England?
I believe so. Yes.
So she looks like she ran it at Terra Nova and had a lot of time.
Yeah.
She probably just went slow.
She had 40 time penalties.
Yeah, this is a young. Is this a young horse?
Yeah, it's 8.
Yeah, that's right. Because it was at Leon Danger last year.
Yeah.
It's a 7-year-old. So he's just stepping up to the level.
James again.
Irish Pop. Saw him on that at the weekend. Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah, good. You know, I mean, he's so good in this country. It's unreal.
I know, right?
James.
Yeah.
We got Will on
the
off the
record.
record, the only American to win Aachen off the record. Cool horse. How old is this one now?
Yeah, 15, 16.
He was foaled in 2009, so 16,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And interestingly, he does have both horses in this division, right?
Yep.
Is he the one
I haven't seen.
He has the new one we were talking
Yeah,
about.
the mare.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we go Will, then Emma again with RF Redfern. I don't know that horse. You?
No, I don't.
Arden again with Billy Beaufort with another one of her good. Arden Williston.
Yeah.
From Aiken.
Haley again.
Haley.
From New Zealand.
From New Zealand,
New
yes,
Zealand.
thank you. Thank you. This
Dana
one, she's
Cook.
familiar as
I
well.
love this horse actually. F.E. Quattro.
I think it's Quattro.
Quattro. I call it Quattro.
It sounds
Quattro.
much
That's a
fancier.
bedroom door.
Okay.
Yeah, it means 4. Quattro.
Yeah, I think of the Audi Quattro.
Yeah, the 4 rings.
Yeah.
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 There you go.
Right.
It's a Clayton Fredericks horse coming over. That one could put it all together. She's it has a good dressage. It jumps around cross country, and she's had, again, you know, in this sport you have ups and downs. So Mia Farley,
Yeah.
Karen O'Connor's Invictus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No pressure having Karen as an owner.
Well, this one came over. Not came over. It was in Texas, and they bought it as a 3-year-old, I believe, and started it. And she's been riding it since it
Did
was.
Karen
3.
not breed it?
No. Yeah, Karen bred this horse.
Oh, did she? But is it in Texas that
Laugh
they
at
bred?
me for not knowing poor Emily's
Wait,
maiden name.
Texas, the Texas breed. It's in Texas where they bred it.
It's American warm blood.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I think it has some.
The
size.
breeders in Texas.
What's the mare? Because Karen bred it.
The mare was an intermediate mare that Karen rode.
Yeah.
the dam here says
I don't know
unknown.
what the sire was.
Oh, okay.
The dam says unknown. That's
Unknown.
That's just because they didn't put it
They
into
didn't
the
put in the
system.
paperwork,
Yeah.
right?
But that's exciting. Karen bred it.
Yeah.
Still, it's a young horse. It's just 9.
Yep. And Mia has done all the work on
Yeah.
it.
And we got
So,
Jesse on Freedom GS.
Right.
Go Jesse, go Canada.
that's too bad. Chris Telly got knocked off the bottom on FE Marco Polo. He just did really well in the 3-star at where was he? Stableview.
Was he not running? Is that what you're saying?
No, his name isn't on there. I just happen to know that
okay,
that's
good job.
Chris Telly's horse.
Right.
Yeah.
I got him here. So go, Chris.
Okay.
You're still running.
Yeah.
Jessica Phoenix on Freedom GS. He's been doing a lot with that horse. I don't know Taryn Hoffus.
Taryn's from the West Coast.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of West Coasters.
Yeah, it's great.
That is great.
Got Allison on Van Dyke.
All right, Van Dyke's. He's a doer. It's not. She can put the ingredients all together.
Just got to get it done, Allie.
Sarah Cousins on Wizard. One's still out there. How old is Wizard now? 18?
2008. So he would be. What's
17.
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yep.
And full thoroughbred.
Full thoroughbred. Jet.
Another
another full
favorite.
Another full thoroughbred.
Beautiful Storm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love Jan.
And then we have Tommy again. This is the horse he took to Leon Danger last year.
That's Measy.
It's a
And
very
it's pretty good on the flat.
yeah. No, it's a nice horse. Nice horse. He just ran that at the weekend.
Oh, look at Kimmy.
So yeah.
Kimmy's on OS Hermitage, and she owns this herself.
That's right.
All right.
Very good.
And good cross country record.
Yep. Alyssa on one that could win this.
Yeah.
She won it.
Absolutely. Good.
Yeah, she's won
She
it.
won the first 4 short
That's
with this
correct.
horse.
You're right.
What year was that? 21. Cool horse.
Great horse. Yeah.
She's been real careful with this one, so probably.
Yeah. He had a run at in the advanced at Bucart. Won that.
Sarah Kuhn. This is a good horse, and she can put in a good dressage test. She actually
That's
was
right.
way up there in the Carolina. but I think she might have had a run out cross country, but it can do well.
Yeah, she had a tough cross country there.
Yeah. And then Nielsen De Silva on Elmo. He's been running that a lot from Brazil. I don't know how he'll do, but we'll see. Ariel Gerald, what about this horse?
Tiara, yeah. I mean, I think she's still, getting to grips a little bit. I mean, it's been getting the dressage right, but it certainly has been improving.
Then we're winding it down with Philip Dutton on Passante. Cool horse. When he first brought this one over, I was like, when I saw Evie, I was like, that is the coolest horse.
Yeah,
it's really a nice one.
Nice horse. He's had it out this spring, and it's been going very well. So Philip will be well up for it.
Yep.
I wonder if that's the one David Voss is part of the ownership group of. He was talking about one of those horses.
I would
probably
think so.
that one.
Yeah.
Tamra Smith
Yeah.
on
Kynan.
Kynan.
Is that right? Did I say that
Yeah,
right?
she's bringing up the last ride here with this one. What's this one been doing?
Yeah, I mean, he's still a relatively young horse, and he's been challenging Tammy with being a little bit strong on the cross country. But again, she ran at Twin and tried a new bit out. And the plan was that if she felt the bit was working, was to sort of pull him up halfway round to save him for this. So she was very confident that...
Was that like if the bit wasn't working, she wouldn't be able to pull him up halfway around?
That's probably about right. I think it was more she wasn't going to go to Kentucky.
Right, okay. That makes more sense.
If she couldn't hold it. But it's very capable of a good dressage. It's a great show jumper. And so let's hope the bit works and she can let the horse off and run cross country.
There we go. Well, that just wound it up for us.
So, who do you got in this division, Les?
Yeah, there's I think there's a few in there. I mean, I think
I'm going to go with I'm picking Will Coleman with
off the record. Yeah.
I say Alyssa.
On Oscar. Good
Oscar
pick.
gets it.
That's a good pick.
Yeah. Whew.
Come on. No
Got
pressure.
Passante.
No pressure. Yeah.
Everybody's listening.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Will off the record.
Off the
And
record.
I think probably Caroline will push him all the way.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, that was a lot to get through.
But we did it.
We did it. I appreciate it. I don't think we missed anybody.
I mean, we skimmed on the 4.
Yes, we did skim the 4. We didn't miss anybody in the 5.
No.
And if we missed you in the 4, apologies. It actually is good luck.
Yeah, because whenever we've predicted the winner,
They never win. So
Yeah.
sorry to the winners. 'cause-
Here we go.
All right, it's going to be super fun. I'm excited.
It's
We're
gonna
all
be
going to be
excellent.
there, get
Yeah.
to hang
Yeah.
out, do our thing.
We're all going.
Yes.
You're coaching.
yeah, I have to go apparently.
I'm talking.
You're talking.
And I'm there for Ride IQ as well.
Yep.
There's gonna be
We're
some
going to be
horse walks and
there
stuff. It'll be fun.
for Briggs and Elisa. Lucinda is coming to stay with us, and Ronnie Beard, who's from Wellington, and a selector for the jumper team.
Wait, is Ronnie in your camper too?
No,
That'd be
we
a
got
lot.
him a hotel.
That'd be a lot.
Ronnie's going to be up there with, who's the coach for
Wait.
Robert Riddlin.
Is Lucinda in your camper? Mm-hmm. Oh my.
She has been for the last 3 years. 3 years.
I want to come for dinner one night.
The funniest thing is when I
want a camera.
she sleeps in the bunk beds.
Yeah.
And she's funny. She's a funny lady. So I walk out of our bedroom and all I see is the curtain with her hair hanging down like this, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yep, just waking up."
Okay. She's such a funny lady. I love Lucinda. We do have to just briefly talk about. It's so good.
I think you should just finish it on
Well, we
that.
can't because we have a contest.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I was thinking the contest should be how many years Leslie was the developmental coach.
That's a good one.
Right? We said that in the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
You can
We
say
said it somewhere in the show.
We said it in. Yes, we said it.
I
somewhere
don't say it was in the beginning. Then somebody's
said
going to
it-
watch the beginning.
somewhere in the show. We could also say it now.
let's do this. How many years was he a developing rider coach, and who did he select to win the 4 short?
Oh boy. Okay. All right. So should we? No,
That's
no,
it.
That's it. It's what you get.
How many years was he coach for the developing riders for the USA, and who did he select to win the 4 short at Kentucky?
And for the record, not
No,
off the record, but for the record, it is.
Why do you do
What?
stuff like that?
It is how many years Leslie said he was coach of the developing
Yes,
team.
because he probably got it
Because
wrong.
he could be wrong.
Whatever Leslie said, you got to say.
That's the answer. If it's a different answer, you can't send us proof. We're going with Leslie's answer.
Okay, that's good enough. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Leslie, for being here. It's been
Oh
fun.
no, it was great. Thank
And-
you.
Good luck to everybody competing at Kentucky. It's going to be a ton of fun, and we're all super envious and jealous, but also probably won't be Saturday morning. So good luck. We have an awesome show for you guys today.
The greatest eventer of all time.
Good news for the sport.